Hello, I'm Achyut Nair from Nair's Aviation Ground School. This is the 43rd video in a new series of educational and informative aviation videos for the aspiring pilot. Metars are one of the most important weather reports that a pilot needs to review before embarking on a flight. This video is about METARs. An aviation routine weather report, or METAR, is an observation of current surface weather reported in a standard international format. While the METAR code has been adopted worldwide, each country is allowed to make modifications to the code. Normally, these differences are minor, but necessary to accommodate local procedures or particular units of measure. This discussion of METARs will cover elements used in the United States. Next, we will go through the elements of a METAR. We will use the following METAR as an example. A typical METAR report contains the following information in sequential order. Number 1, the type of report. There are two types of METAR reports. The first is a routine METAR report that is transmitted every hour. The second is the Aviation Selected Special Weather Report, or SPECI. This is a special report that can be given at any time to update the METAR for rapidly changing weather conditions, aircraft mishaps, or critical information. The second part of the METAR is a station identifier. Each station is identified by a four-letter code as established by the International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICAO. In the 48 contiguous United States, a unique three-letter identifier is preceded by the letter K. For example, Gregg County Airport in Longview, Texas is identified by the letters Kilo, Golf, 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 K being the country designation and Golf, Golf, Golf being the airport identifier. In other regions of the world, including Alaska and Hawaii, the first letters of the four-letter ICAO identifier indicate the region, country, or state. Alaska's identifiers always begin with the letters PA, Papa Alpha, and Hawaii's identifiers always begin with the letters PH, Papa Hotel. A list of station identifiers can be found at a flight service station or NWS office. The third part of a METAR is the date and time of the report. The date and time, 161753 Zulu, are depicted in a six-digit group. The first two digits of the six-digit group are the date. The last four digits are the time of the METAR, which is always given in Coordinated Universal Time, or UTC. A Zulu, or Z, is appended to the end of the time to denote the time is given in Zulu time, as opposed to the local time. The fourth part of a METAR is the modifier. Modifiers denote that the METAR came from an automated source, or that the METAR report was corrected. If the notation auto is listed in the METAR, the report came from an automated source. It also lists Alpha Oscar 1 or Alpha Oscar 2 in the remarks section to indicate the type of precipitation sensors employed at the automated station. With the modifier COR, Charlie Oscar Romeo, is used, it identifies a corrected report sent out to replace an earlier report that contained an error. For example, this correction on the METAR. The fifth part of a METAR are winds. Winds are reported with 5 digits unless the speed is greater than 99 knots, in which case the wind is reported with 6 digits. The first 3 digits indicate the direction of the wind is blowing in tens of degrees. If the wind is variable, it is reported as VRB, Victor Romeo Bravo. The last 2 digits indicate the speed of the wind in knots, Kilo Tango or KT, unless the wind is greater than 99 knots, in which case it is indicated by 3 digits. If the winds are gusting, the letter G follows the wind speed, G 26 or Golf 26. After the letter G, the peak gust recorded is provided. If the wind varies more than 60 degrees and the wind speed is greater than 6 knots, a separate group of numbers, separated by a V or Victor, will indicate the extremes of the wind directions. The sixth part of a METAR is the visibility. The prevailing visibility, 3/4 of a statute mile, is reported in statute miles as denoted by the letters SM or Sierra Mike. It is reported in both miles and fractions of miles. At times, RVR, Romeo Victor Romeo, or runway visual range is reported following the prevailing visibility. Runway visual range is the distance a pilot can see down the runway in a moving aircraft. When the RVR is reported, it is shown with an R or Romeo, then the runway number followed by a slant, then the visual range in feet. For example, when the RVR is reported as R17 Lima /1400 feet, it translates to a visual range of 1400 feet on runway 17 left. The seventh part of a METAR is the weather. Weather can be broken down into two different categories, qualifiers and weather phenomena. For example, plus TSRA BR or plus Tango Sierra Romeo Alpha Bravo Romeo. First, the qualifiers of intensity, proximity, and the descriptor of the weather will be given. The intensity may be light, negative, moderate, no marking, or heavy, a plus sign. Proximity only depicts weather phenomena that are in the airport vicinity. The notation VC or Victor Charlie indicates a specific weather phenomena in the vicinity of 5 to 10 miles from the airport. Descriptors are used to describe certain types of precipitation and obscurations. Weather phenomena may be reported as being precipitation, obscurations, or other phenomena such as squalls or funnel clouds. Descriptions of weather phenomena as they begin or end and hailstone size are also listed in the remarks section of the report. The eighth part of a METAR is the sky condition. The sky condition in this METAR is BKN 008 OVC 012CB is always reported in the sequence of amount, height, and type, or indefinite ceiling or height, which is the vertical visibility. The heights of cloud bases are reported with a 3-digit number in hundreds of feet above the ground. Clouds above 12,000 feet are not detected or reported by an automated station. The types of clouds, specifically towering cumulus, TCU, or Tango Charlie Uniform, or cumulonimbus, CB, or Charlie Bravo clouds, are reported with their height. Contractions are used to describe the amount of cloud coverage and obscuration phenomena. The amount of sky coverage is reported in eighths of the sky from horizon to horizon. The ninth part of a METAR is the temperature and dew point. The air temperature and dew point are always given in degrees Celsius, in this case 18/17. Temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius are preceded by the letter M or Mike to indicate minus. The 10th part of a METAR is the altimeter setting. The altimeter setting is reported as inches of mercury in a 4-digit number group, in this case alpha 2970. It is always preceded by the letter alpha or A. Rising or falling pressure may also be denoted in the remarks section as PRESRR or PRESFR, respectively. The 11th section of the METAR is the remarks section. Comments may or may not appear in this section of the METAR. The information contained in this section may include wind data, variable visibility, beginning and ending times of particular phenomenon, pressure information, and various other information deemed necessary. An example of a remark regarding the weather phenomenon that does not fit any other category would be OCNL, LTGICCG, or Oscar Charlie November Lima Lima Tango Golf, India Charlie Charlie Golf. This translates as occasional lightning in the clouds and from cloud to ground. Automated stations may also use the remark section to indicate the equipment that needs maintenance. The remark section always begins with the letters RMK, or Romeo Mike Kilo. We will go over another example to make sure that we understand the elements of the Metar. This is the example. Now we will explain it. The type of report is a routine Metar. The location of the airport, which is BTR, is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The date is the 16th day of the month. The time is 1753 Zulu. No modifiers are shown. Regarding the wind information, the winds are 140 degrees at 21 knots, gusting to 26 knots. The visibility is 3/4 of a statute mile. The weather conditions are light rain and mist. The sky conditions are broken clouds at 800 feet and overcast clouds at 1200 feet. The temperature is 18 degrees Celsius and the dew point is 17 degrees Celsius. The relatively minor difference between the temperature and the dew point indicate that there is moisture in the atmosphere and shows signs of possible precipitation. The altimeter setting is 29.70 inches of mercury. Finally, the remarks. The report remarks that the barometric pressure is falling. METARs are one of the most important weather reports that a pilot needs to refer to before and during a flight. Understanding METARs is necessary to know the weather conditions on the ground at the departure and arrival airport, and a thorough review of the METARs at airports along the pilot's route of flight can provide the pilot with a good overview of the weather conditions in the region. METARs are also helpful because they are updated every hour and even more often if the conditions warrant. METARs are very important. For more information, please contact us at liftanddrag@gmail.com and visit our website at nyersaviation.webnode.com. Also visit our YouTube channel at Nyers Aviation. I'd like to wish you all a happy new year. Thank you and safe flying.